Andy? Oh no. Yes. Okay.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today on this video we're going to be installing a French drain. So let me kick it over to the version of myself that was on site and I'll explain what's going on.
Alright, so our customer has water coming down the hill and it's all pooling down here. So what we're going to do is going to put a little swale in here with a French drain underneath. We're going to put a grate right about here, run it the line down and under. This grate's coming out. Then we're going to have another grate right here. They're going to be tied in together. We're going to run it out and around the house to somewhere down there.
For this job I rented a Cat 301.7 mini excavator. I don't have anything this small and I didn't need anything any bigger than this, so it was just easier to run to the rental place and grab this for the day. Once I'm done excavating, you guys are going to quickly take some shovels. They're just going to dig out the bottom, make sure it's all nice and flat and the water will flow nicely down to the drain that we're going to put in. Then we're going to backfill with a little bit of rock, put the fabric around wrap it around the pipe, install the pipe, and then cover it out with rock and bury it with dirt, and that should be good for the French drain section.
wasn't on the mark out. Man, lucked out with that one. All right, so this is all dug out. All right, Mr. Rubin, what do we got here? Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Okay, ahí ponga la cara por aquí.
Yes, a little bit of gravel there. And then up here is all good?
Yes. Check it out.
Okay, I'll check it out. Check. All right, look at that. Beautiful.
So please ignore my cough there. I have really bad allergies when we were doing this job. But essentially what we got going on is we put a layer of, I believe, 1 1/4 inch stone down on the bottom. I usually use 3/4, but they were all out, so I had to go with 1 1/4 because I didn't want to do anything less than 3/4 for French drains. Then what we did was we laid out the fabric and then wrapped the pipe in the fabric and zip tied it all the way down. Normally I buy pipe that's just already wrapped in fabric, but they didn't have any. So then once we did that, we covered it back up with stone, which the guys were doing as I was laying the rest of this pipe, so unfortunately I didn't get too much footage. So it goes to a grate up top, as I showed in the walkthrough in the beginning, and then it tees off, and from that tee all the way down the rest of it, it's just solid pipe, so there's no need for stone surrounding it. On this grate here, I'm installing, this is the lower grate. The reason I'm putting zip ties on it is because I don't like these grates. They have like these twist-on sides that go into the pipe, and I constantly have problems with them. But I bought a whole bunch of them, so I'm just trying to use what I have. So I just put the zip ties on to try to get it to actually stay on and not pop off.
Maybe you check. You need to get the yard, no? Or no? Check. You want yard?
See, this is what I mean. For some reason, no matter what type of pipe you use, whether it's this corrugated stuff or if you're using solid PVC, it never goes into these holes nicely, and it just doesn't stay in once you put them in. So they're just, I think they're a terrible product. They're from, they're made by Rainbird, and I personally hate them. I like the ones where it's rubber on the ends and you kind of cut through the rubber and then you just slide your pipe in. Those are much better. They hold up much better, and I barely have any issues with those. So right here, we're just running the pipe to pretty much the end of our run. I have the little bit sticking up there, and then later on I'm going to cut that off and install a pop-up head. So when the water runs all the way down this, it gets to the end of the pipe, it just kind of pops up the head and trickles out. Alright, so here you'll see me as I'm backfilling the trench. I'm both compacting with the bucket and then I drive over with the tracks. That's just because the hydraulic pressure, I can't get as much compaction as I want, so I just put the weight of the machine in there. The reason I'm doing all of that is because I don't want the dirt to settle and have a long trench for water to run in. I want it to be even with the grass. So another thing I'm also doing to prevent that settling is I'm leaving the new disturbed areas of dirt a little bit higher than the existing grass. That way when they kind of pack down on their own, it will all line up nicely. What you're going to see here is as I back up, I go pretty far up the hill, which you might think is a little kind of stupid because why would I drive over all this good grass and just potentially destroy it? But the reason I'm actually doing that is to avoid destroying more grass closer to the hole. The machine is light enough where it's not making any footprints on the grass, so I'm only really worried about the tracks as I turn. So by backing up further up the hill like that, I can go at just a slight enough angle where by the time I come down back to the pile, I'll be right in front of the pile.
Cool. Perfect.
So you might be asking yourself, why would you put a pop-up that's coming straight up? Wouldn't the water just be stuck in the pipe or back up the pipe? And those are very valid questions, which actually a bunch of the people who I work with ask the same thing. And the reason we can do this is this part of the pipe is actually so far down the hill compared to where the drainage grates are that the water will always clear out those drainage grates. So all we're really worried about is water remaining in a pipe from pretty much where I am to that fence right behind me. But as you'll see here, it works out perfectly. It's not that deep below it. It's just a pretty quick little turn up. So we're only talking about a couple inches at most.
All right, so we're on site checking it out. Look at that, our pop-up is working. Beautiful. That's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted there. Ooh. Huh. Okay, so that's a problem. That's an easy fix. That is a problem. Okay, so that water pooling right there is okay because we do have the pipe underneath it, so it will sink, but awesome. Perfect. It's working good.
All right, well, that's it for this project. We did come back in a couple days after it dried out, and we graded it out, so we got rid of that pooling there, and that mitigated all the water coming down the hill and settling down there. So this one's done, and on to the next one. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.